you were telling me, Gator, you don't think Strong is making a play at the throne, hand of the king, but I mean, look at him now. Looks like his blood might be sitting on the throne here in
I
this
don't.
episode.
That is true, but
That's
I don't
4D
think this
chess,
was
baby.
planned. I don't think. Okay,
Oh no. Get
unless
that ball fuck out of there.
unless Strong fucking bludgeoning his son's balls up in that chamber when Rhaenyra was listening in,
Yeah.
unless that conversation was also formulated, like just in case anybody hears, it's going to sound like I didn't want this to happen.
Mhm.
Then no, I don't think so. I think Papa Strong is an unwilling participant in this whole
Oh.
thing,
Oh
and it's
no, it looks like my blood's gonna get on the throne. I don't know what to do. I
yeah,
guess I'll just step down. Shut
yeah,
up. Shut up.
yes,
We know what's going on here. A little
but
scheming. I'm glad he's bald.
also, other than Strong Jr., I'm not sure this is ploy either. Well, actually, it may have been based on last week's episode. I'm kind of confused about the whole dynamic development between these two because the Strong kids were introduced in the last week's episode, right, for the first time.
No, they were in other episodes.
Yeah,
They
but
were in
like participants though of
like talking a
the
lot
social
and
dynamic. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, so I understood clearly that the Gimp one, is an asshole and he was trying to scheme whatever. But I did not get the vibe from the brother, the older brother, the Chad one, that he was really trying to scheme at all, except maybe the fact that he was talking to the younger brother during that scene when they were talking about wearing green or whatever. That's the
Uh-huh.
only indication I had. And now in this one, you know, Chad Strong seems like he's totally a good guy and he just cares about his kids at this point. Meanwhile, the younger one is like full Littlefinger.
Yeah, right. And you can kind of I mean, I guess that'd be like more of the second born has to always claw their way to the top while the firstborn's kind of given everything, right? So Harwin Strong is already he's like the heir to what was the place they went to at the end?
Yeah,
Harrenhal,
yeah,
I think,
Heron
right?
Hall.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, he already has everything he wants, kind of, or he's placed there. So of course his younger brother has to claw his way up. So we see that a theme throughout Game of
Well,
Thrones. But yeah, Harwin's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna start fucking Rhaenyra here. I guess she has a type, huh? It's like brown
yeah, no,
hair.
well, it's so much so that at the beginning of this episode, I think we were all meant to probably think it too, but I thought these kids were Kristen Cole's,
Mhm.
at the first glance, and then when Kristen Cole's like conspiring with Allison, I was like, what the fuck? I don't know. This the whole thing with Chad Strong kind of came out of nowhere to me. I don't know. Also, Gimp Strong, I don't understand exactly what his goal is, how it self serves him or his family, because he's kind of acting against Rhaenyra right now. What's that going to benefit?
Oh, Gimp Strong's working against Rhaenyra. Well, Gimp
Yeah.
Strong's definitely working with Alicent. I don't
Well,
think
yeah, right. Against
Larry Strong, whatever Larry's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Strong is working for Rhaenyra. He's definitely trying to get Otto back, which I love that play. Get
Yeah, well,
Otto
I
back
I
in
know
there
you
as
do.
hand.
I know you do. Just calm it
Um,
down. Put an ice
I
pack on your
know. But
crotch.
can we take a moment here? Just appreciate this wholesome family photo I have up in front of us right now. You have
Yeah, it's
you have the
nice.
wife, husband, wife's boyfriend, wife's boyfriend's kids.
Yeah, it's like the most cuck that you've ever seen, like in a medieval photo, right?
Yeah, it is the most cucked, but it's so weird that the races are like this. They usually see the cuck, the races are different. It'd be like the white husband with his black kids. And he's like, I don't know. I don't know what
It's
to
a
tell you.
white bull, the first of its
I
kind, the
know.
legendary albino bull. I'm
Oh,
surprised we didn't hear King V talking about that one. An old story from his childhood. There was a black bull, and then the mighty silverback bull came over, and they produced a nice shit color brown one.
uh, uh, yeah, he's a trailblazer. Harwin Strong here for
True,
white bulls. So
true, and a very inclusive family. The
I do.
husband is gay.
Yeah, modern family.
Yeah, there he
Yeah,
is.
I like that Harwin Strong gives old Christian Cole a piece of his own medicine with beating the shit out of him in the little battle arena
Yeah, I
place.
do too. I like that too.
And Christian Cole is basically just trying to goad him into it. So yeah,
I know
I
it
would.
sucks that it's. Dude, I hate Kristen Cole now in this episode. I've
You too.
liked him. I've liked him in the past or whatever, but we kind of started talking about it last week. He's a fucking simp in the last week's episode, and now
Uh-huh.
he is full. I mentioned this in our previous video. He's full revenge porn ex boyfriend, just simp supreme. He's the simp supreme of
Uh-huh.
Westeros. Every reality has to have a simp supreme, and he is one. And I don't understand,
Yeah.
dude. It's bad. It's really bad. I'm glad they didn't get a new actor because I want to hate the guy all the way
Well,
through upon rewatch of this series.
I mean, I don't hate him. I definitely just don't like. I think they basically made Harwin Strong here the more sympathetic person, being like, yeah, they're
Yes.
my kids. I'm trying to look after them, which is such a weird dynamic. Always having like the knights or the city watch commander in my quarters. I mean, you think these kids would kind of catch on later. I'm
I
surprised it
thought
took
they knew.
her. Well, at the end, he's like,
Yeah,
"Am
yeah,
I a
no, I know.
bastard?" Which I would be happy at this point, looking at who your potential dad would be. Leonor. You know, like if that was my
Yes.
dad, I'm like, dude, I love my dad, Leonor, but he's a little, I don't know, light in the loafers to be a father figure for me.
No, I like him. I think they made him a good character in this, and it sucks we only see him for a short time. I guess. I mean,
I
maybe.
know. I
Yeah,
was
but
disappointed when he died.
I know, same here. And dude, like I said, I referenced it a second ago. I thought these kids knew through the whole episode because, like, how do you have him in there kissing the baby's head? If for no other reason than that scene right there. I mean, I guess I'm glad that the kids asked right after that scene, but the way they portrayed it, I feel like maybe there were a lot of scenes like that, throughout these kids' lives. But Jesus Christ, how obvious could it be? No wonder why everybody's talking about this.
I will sympathize with Lenore here a little bit because all he wants to do is just kind of hang with the boys. Isn't that true? Like,
Oh, dude,
oh
I was
man,
feeling him the whole time. Yes, of course.
like I'm gonna go on this cool combat tour real quick with my boys. Oh,
Yeah, me and Carl. His
yeah.
name was Carl.
His name was Carl, but if you saw the subtitles, it's spelled with like
Yeah,
a
it's
Q, which
cute.
is like,
Soft, little
yeah, yeah.
reference. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, thank you for what? Q? Oh, you
yeah,
think this is
Q.
actually Q?
He's
Anyways,
finally in
let's
here.
move. So, yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel for him a little bit. You just want to hang out with the boys, and your wife's like, "I command you to stay here." It's like, oh, come on, come on.
Again, like, no, I'm not fucking doing it. I mean, listen, but where did he want to go? He wanted to fight the war on the Stepstones, right? That's where he wanted to go.
Yeah, wherever there's some combat right now. He's like, "Yeah, I'll go there. It's
And
way
then, and
better
then they
than
ended
sitting
up
up here."
they wanted to go to Dragonstone in the end.
Yeah, sure. They're gonna move over there, kind of like get away from all of this drama here at the
See,
Red Keep.
and I'm assuming they took a dragon, right? They probably flew a dragon over there, or at least maybe a dragon came with. I mean,
I
Rhaenyra
mean, they
has
have
one.
dragons. I'm sure they brought their dragons with. Why?
I see. It's just like the only thing. It wasn't an issue when I was watching this, and we don't have like a full 6 seasons or whatever of different pacing to compare it to, like we did with Game of Thrones. But they're moving around a lot, and it's fast in this.
Yeah.
And I mean, I understand there's time skips and stuff too, but I do hope that come season 2, or even starting next episode, maybe we're gonna get some slower paced, like
Yes.
really
Yeah.
developmental stuff because they are, man. I know that we're supposed to know these characters and everything, but the different actors, like over the time skips, it's kind of abrasive. Starting in this episode, like King V, suddenly becoming this guy that you want dead. Because I do agree with you. I mean, he's endearing to me, but he does need to die. I did not feel that way about him last episode.
No,
You
I
know,
didn't feel. No. Yeah,
like
you're
like
right.
it was
Yep.
way too sudden of like a downward spiral. So it's like, yeah, I think they do. They need to slow the pacing down a little bit.
I agree that the speed is going a little quick, but I hope by the end of this season we will get to like it'll be satisfying, and then moving forward, hopefully we'll just go at that pace, like a slower pace. Getting to know these
Yeah, I
characters.
agree. Especially if it's a war too. Like take your time with battles, and show us like some drama behind the scenes stuff. Like in Game of Thrones, we got that a lot. We got that preparation for the battle. We saw like Tyrion's whole mindset over the course of one episode, like preparing to be in that battle that he ended up sleeping through or whatever it was. Or he didn't
Right,
sleep through it, but he like, got knocked down right away and then
right.
was out of it. Like that kind of stuff. Like take your time. Like I don't know what the breakneck speed thing's about, man. It's just it's I'm done with it.
Yeah, well, let us know what you think about the speed thus far in these episodes. Smash that like button, like these two boys are smashing each other, having
Oh
fun,
yeah.
hanging out. None of this gross girl afterbirth that we get in this episode.
Fuck no. The sounds of it, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank God I was born a man, and thank God for you smashing that like button and subscribing to see more content like this.